And that's going to stay on the fairway here at the second hole. Second shot coming up here at the par 5. Offline, and I think that one's headed for the rough. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
Ooh, almost fell, just a few inches from dropping.
Sometimes the game just isn't fair.
Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
And with that birdie, moving into the top 5 on the leaderboard.
And we're starting to notice the name.
Now to the first par 3 on this golf course. It's the third, about 188 yards.
Yeah, big green with lots of undulations, and it moves the ball from that right side towards the left, towards Lake Michigan. But club selection, important here.
It should be pretty good right there, on the safe side. That's a beautiful shot, and that sets him up for a really easy putt. Made par yesterday, this one for birdie. That is some good work right there. Birdie and one shot closer to the lead. So off the par 3 third, now a beefy par 4, Frank.
And it's called Glory. Make 4 here, give yourself a self 5.
Beautiful looking shot right here. Good tee shot right in the short grass. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here. Oh, that was solid, Rich. This one's safely on.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. He got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Clean this up with a tap. Ouch. We really can't afford to give away shots at this point in the tournament, Frank. Now the 5th hole, and Frank, what a par 5.
Well, strategic par 5. It's almost the shape of an S. That's why it's called snake. The best and most conservative way to play this hole is just simply play it as a 3-shotter. Tee shot down the left, second shot up there, and then just take the wedge in.
Nice drive, right in the fairway, and a good swing on that one. Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at eagle coming up. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read.
Oh, now that is going to hurt.
This would be nice. A birdie on the card. See if he can make it. It's a nice birdie right there.
Could not have come at a better time. Third place now.
Good third round, Frank, and a good spot heading to the final 18.
Yeah, to be in the top 5 right now, the caliber of this field, know that your game is good enough too, and a legitimate chance of taking home the trophy come tomorrow night. This really is what all those hours on the range contribute to, this moment right now.
EA Sports and the PGA of America are proud to present final round coverage of the PGA Championship. We're here at Whistling Straits in Kohler, Wisconsin for the PGA Championship. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports, set to bring you all of the championship action. Frank, what's in store for our golfers today under these major championship conditions?
It's a Pete Dye special, Rich. Bunkers, I've lost count of the number of bunkers at Whistling Straits, but already it's been the host of several PGA Championships, so it's a test for the great players of the world. But really, you've got to tip your cap to the designer. He'll tell you that building Whistling Straits was a, quote, once-in-a-lifetime thing. To see Lake Michigan around the golf course, it looks just like it's not real. It looks like you're playing on the moon sometimes. It's an amazing venue. That's fine.
Frank, you've played in conditions all over the world. Here come the winds now. What's the mindset?
Well, this is really what separates the men from the boys. This is where you've got to tell yourself, and it's an advantage to you. Obviously, the scores will go up a little bit, given the conditions. But once again, This is going to suit the stronger player today.
You like the old phrase, swing easy when it's breezy?
Definitely when you're hitting it into a head breeze. But if down breeze, tee it up a little bit, try and ride that wind some more.
That's an outstanding shot right there, and it sets up a really good look at birdie. Birdie putt coming up at a par on this hole yesterday. Player knows they're on the move with that birdie. Quick glance at the leaderboard. They can see, Frank, they're not out of it.
Things are very volatile right now.
645-yard par 5 11th. They call this hole the sandbox, and hopefully, Frank, you're not picking up the shovel here.
Yeah, I don't care who you are. If you're reaching this par 5 and 2, then you don't belong on this planet.
Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point, you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. That's a bit offline in the rough.
Rich, with a lie like that in the rough, you're going to get too much grass between club face and ball. You're going to have to adjust for that and at least take a club or two more.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Frank is knocking them down and picking them up.
Oh, it's just taking pins out, one after the other.
Putting up some impressive numbers out here now. 9 under for the tournament. Frank, the previous hole we took out the sledgehammer. Now at the 12th, we'll need a scalpel, it looks like.
Yeah, at 163 yards, you wouldn't think it's very long. But really, the problem is the green. You can pitch the ball in the middle of this green and still it can kick over. So be very, very aware of the mounding and the undulations on this green.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
And as he strides up here to the 12th green, having hit it in regulation, he knows now that his work is by no means done. A long putt coming up. Looks like he just misread that. Just 5 feet left. That's a solid par. Still in it, Frank. Frank, here at the 13th, it's pretty obvious where the trouble is.
Yeah, all right, that's for sure, plus Lake Michigan there if you go even further right. But at 402 yards, don't have to hit driver down here. Even a 3-wood and a wedge would get you home here. So remember, fairway first, then set up the scoring chains.
Wow, Frank, look at that one. How it just blistered that tee shot.
That has to be 325 if it's an inch.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
Perfect roll right there.
Anything other than a rookie. Great stroke.
Now the par 4 14th, and Frank, this is not about brute strength, is it?
A bit of a head scratcher here. When you first look at it, you think you just pull out the driver. but it narrows up in the driving area. So really it's a layup off the tee, just a short iron in from there. This is not heading in the right direction.
It looks like it's going to be in the rough. Wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank. Frank, out of the rough, best to swing a little bit easier or get after it with all you have?
Well, a little bit in between. Obviously, it's going to require a little bit of strength to make sure that club keeps going through, but it's still the planning of the shot. Once again, check short. Is there anything I have to carry? And even remember, there's always the option of just simply pitching the ball down the fairway and taking your medicine.
Shouldn't be a problem here. Come on, don't do that.
Cruel lip out.
Just a tap in to finish the hole. It's a solid par right there, Frank.
Yeah, he'll be moving to third place, inching his way to the top of the leaderboard. Well, Mr. Ball does not meet Mr. Fairway. It's off, rough.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Not easy to control from that kind of a lie, is it, Frank?
No, obviously, you could see in the back of his mind, don't go left. So it just depends how far right this is going to finish.
Par yesterday. Now for birdie. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par, and let's forget about this one. And golf is not about perfect, but it's going to hurt the course.
Good work right there. He'll settle for par. Getting set to take on the finishing holes here at Whistling Straits. How do you close this out on the right foot, Frank?
Well, this is the shortest of the 4 par 5s at 568 yards. There's a big crop of bunkers down the right side. Just a driver off those is certainly going to make this par 5 reachable.
That is a fantastic long shot.
There's no way he could hit that without a tail breeze. Surely that breeze had to help then. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Right about 9 feet here to the hole. Oh my gosh, that hurts. Oh man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Eyeing this putt. Well, very impressive and on the move right now. 17th now, and if you have a club that goes 250 yards on a good line, bust it out right now.
And if anything, you want to aim it just a hair to the right. It pays to be a little cautious here because of that mound on the left. it goes down some 20 feet below the level of the green. That just came out blazing. As soon as it hit the green, it was never going to stop.
Second shot. Good look at the green. Solid play, heart of the green, and getting ready for the putt. No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
The final hole at a major championship. Suck it up and then lock it up if you can.
And this hole is anything other than straight. It looks like it bends to the left, but the tee is so far left it forces you to go right. Miss left, it goes down in a canyon full of bunkers. Miss right, and that second shot just becomes so much longer. There's always advantage of hitting it further than most, Rich, and straighter than most. When you put the two together, it's just straight up a head start.
Just a bit offline and into the bunker. All right, so greenside bunker. What's he looking to do with this shot, Frank?
Well, really you have to look at the amount of green you got to play with. You don't have to try and fly the ball right by the flag. Allow it to run. Plus, if you can get it to run like a putt, you never know. It might just go in.
Nothing wrong with that par putt. Frank, it was a great setting with great crowds. We saw plenty of very good golf. Your thoughts?
I think the course really extracted some of the golf that we saw. It forced these players to play just some great golf. And it wasn't just like a pitch and a putt golf course. So I think seeing the guys tested, seeing the players tested at this level, it was a treat.